Show. It's the Reedie Zee Show. Reedie Zee Show. It's the Reedie Zee Show.
So, of the people I would love to keep, Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz. I think they're great leaders in this locker room. I think that they did some great things for this team, even at the age that they at. Zach Ertz definitely, like I continue to say, he was the first signing of the new organization. And when it happened, question marks all over. And I'm like, well, what the hell is Zach Ertz going to do? He's 33, 34 years old. And he came out, as you've seen, that last game. He got better as the season went along. And that last game, he had 11 catches. For 104, 105 some yards. Go ahead.
Can I stop you before you go on? And I quote, open quote, we don't want no Zach Ertz, wash, rinse, and repeat Zach Ertz. We don't want no retreads. What are they doing, Reedie? Close quote. That's what he told me.
I said all that. That's what I told Reedie. He must have kept that on his list.
Have it on my list.
Yeah, I definitely go ahead. I definitely was looking at it like, nah. Now, Bobby Wagner was somebody I wanted 2, 3, 4 years ago. And so, when we signed Bobby Wagner, I was excited for him to come out this year and still play at a high level. I think he needs to be brought back. Marcus Mariota, another guy, about 2, 3 years ago, I wanted Marcus Mariota on this team. I was telling Reedie, I called Reedie up, man, we should get this guy a try, just see what he got left. He ended up going down to Atlanta, things didn't work out there. And then by the time we got him, I'm like, it's too late now. What the hell are we getting him for? Came training camp. I'm like, man, Sam Hartman and Jeff Driscoll, we need to get rid of Mariota. Then it dwelled on me like mid-season. Okay, Mariota definitely has a role here. He was a great leader and, big brother to Jaden, as well as, just the things that we don't see wasn't what I wasn't considering. And then even in the games that he stepped in and played, the offense didn't miss a beat. We hooped those 2 games. So I would love to see Mariota come back. But if he gets an opportunity to go elsewhere and be a starter or, fight for a starting job, I totally understand that. I'm going to let Reedie dive into Jeremy Chin, but I definitely think we need to re-sign Jeremy Chin. KJ Osborne, he didn't even play. He played 1 game for us. He can go. Cleveland Farrell, that's pending on what else we can find in the, on the market. Tressway, that's a no-brainer. Re-sign him. Dante Fowler, I would like to see him re-sign. Michael Davis, he can go. Cornelius Lucas is one of my most favorite offensive linemen on this team. He's versatile. He steps up when needed, whether it's starting or as a backup. I think he should be retained. And C-Rod is a restricted free agent, so he'll, likely get the restriction tag, the qualifying tag, and if another team signs him, then, we had a chance to match it or not. But I would like to see him retained just because I saw some good things out of him this year, and this is the first year that I've really spoke highly and positive of C-Rod, because years before I felt like, it was just an ongoing a never-ending cycle where he wasn't getting on the field and he was just taking up a roster spot. But I would like to see more out of him because I thought that he played some pivotal downs for us. So of that list, Bobby Wagner, you said it's a no-brainer for you, right?
Yeah, Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz, Jeremy Chin, Tressway are no-brainers. No-brainers. You had to Marcus Mariota, you re-sign Marcus Mariota. Give him with KJ Osborne, get him out of there. Who else you got?
Good question. You was about to say something else about Mariota?
Oh, yeah, I'm saying with all that. So Z's correct about what he said in previous years. He was talking about we can go get Mariota. I'm like, we don't want no fucking Mariota. Like when he was in Atlanta, get Mariota. Sam Darnold, them was his guys. And I was like, fuck no. We don't need him. But seeing that he's able, I guess Z knows. I guess we got to come up with a new segment. Z knows. What he was able to do as a backup, as a, like you said, a big brother, in the ear of Jaden Daniels, helping him, his rookie season. Like those intangibles don't go unnoticed, and those things are good. And I think at this tenure in Marcus Mariota's career, he's probably going to garner some looks as a starter in this league because this draft isn't the top of the food chain as it relates to quarterbacks. So there will be some teams that'll be looking for some placeholder starters. But I think we're able to get it done given what we were able to do this year. It's kind of like, man, I'm gonna just go back here and I'm happy in my role. I think Mariota is happy in his I don't have to be a starter type of mentality. Like, because you go be a starter, say you go to Tennessee and you're the starter, hypothetically speaking. Not saying he's gonna go there, but hypothetically speaking, you go to Tennessee and you don't have a great year. Then what? You're bounced out the league. Whereas if you stay as a backup somewhere, you could be in the league for 10 more years at 8, 7, 6 million a year. That's great money. So why do I need to go? I mean, everybody has that, oh, I want to be a starter. I want to be the number one. I want to prove myself. But at this point in his career, isn't he over 30? Yeah, or at 30 or knocking on the door to be 30?
No, he about around that age, yeah.
Right. So I mean, at this point in his career, why not? We're in our window, people, right here, right now. You heard it here. You heard it first. If you ain't heard it nowhere else, you heard it on Reedie Zee. We are in our window. So why not? Why not? Why not stay and be the backup? That's just my opinion on Marcus Mariota.
I mean, Osborne, you say let him walk. Cleveland Farrell.
Get him out of there with the quickness. What did he do? He didn't play one game, one snap. Barely.
He played one game, but yeah.
I didn't see him. I didn't know he was on the field.
Yeah, one game he suited up.
And who else you talking about?
Cleveland Farrell. Possible bring back, depending on how things pan out. Now, if we going out and we gonna get a Myles Garrett, Cleveland Farrell, get him the fuck out of there. I know. Correct. All right, Fowler, because we said Tressway is a no-brainer, but on Fowler.
Dante Fowler it depends on what it's going to cost, and it depends on it's a lot of variables. Like I would say re-sign him, but it just depends on how the chips fall. Now, if we go out and we make a big move for a big time pass rusher, because we're already tied up in Dorrance Armstrong for 3. He got 2 more years on his deal, so I don't know if you want to spend that much money when you got a Baptiste that's on a rookie contract and you got some younger guys that could come in and give you the same. I mean, not the same. I mean, he had a great year. Don't get it twisted, but I don't know. You might be able to spend that buck somewhere else, but it just depends on how the chips fall.
Got you. Mike Davis.
Get him out of there with the quickness.
Zach Ertz, no-brainer. Cornelius Lucas.
I would re-sign Cornelius Lucas. He's a good, valuable backup. I don't think he costs you that much as it relates to salary and stuff like that. I think sign him to a 2-year deal.
And these are we're gonna speed through. I'll say the best one for last. Michael Dieter, depth guy, left guard.
The center?
Left guard. He's backup center, left guard, depth guy. I say keep him full of low.
It might be somebody else out there.
Trent Scott.
I like Trent Scott. I like him.
Noah I.
Resign Noah I. I forgot about Noah I. Noah I is a guy that you got to resign.
Okay, I agree. Olamide Zaccheaus.
That's tough. Maybe a 1-year deal if we sign him. Depending, I gotta wait. Say I gotta see the
wait and see. Respect.
I gotta see. I can't say yet.
Okay.
He wouldn't be a priority for me.
Wait and see. Benjamin St. Jude.
Get him the fuck out of here today. Out of here. He got to go. Garbage. He got a Nike deal.
Benjamin.
He got a little coin coming in now. Z got a Nike deal.
I see Benjamin walking for sure.
Shout out St. Jude. St. Jude. What's your man John called? St. Groupie. That's your man John called. Yeah.
Jamison Crowder.
GC. couple years ago, I would have said get JC the fuck out of there, but now I like JC. I resign him.
I keep him in a possibility. I say keep Crowder in a possibility bucket.
But I feel like you got Turpin and all of them are free agents this year, and I don't know, like Turpin's not going to score like a gimmick guy. Like he's not going to cost you no whole lot of money as a receiver because he's not really going to play receiver. He's more your return guy. So I feel like there are better options out there for return. Like we need a dynamic returner. Like that's one of the things that we lack. And I no funny to McCaffrey. He ain't it. So yeah, I don't know.
I agree.
But I would sign JC over Zacchaeus.
Got you. I agree. Noah Brown.
Yeah, thank you for your service. I appreciate you. I appreciate that what's the name? But I appreciate your service.
Yeah, I feel you.
Thank you for your
Nick
service.
Ballore resign
SAP
ASAP. Sheldon Day. Possible.
He ain't gonna cost you nothing. So you I mean, he might be one of them last minute resigns or something like that. Maybe bring him back on one of them little lists or something that they got. I don't know, but not a priority signing. But I thought he was fine. I thought he was okay. Driscoll, get him out of there.
Jeremy McNichols,
get him out of there.
Agree. Austin Seibert,
resign.
Agreed. Zane Gonzalez. So with Seibert coming back, you letting?
Yeah, you gotta let Zane go. It's a toss up.
Got you. Michael Walker,
special teams player. I feel like you can find that anywhere.
John Bates,
resign him.
I say let Bate walk.
He's a really good blocker. He's not going to cost you nothing.
I say let him walk.
Oh, let him walk.
I mean, you gotta Ben Sinnott got to step up at some point. And they saying this year's draft is deep at tight end. So if you got to let him walk. I say Defoe.
Let him walk.
I say Defoe is. I say Defoe may garner interest elsewhere. So if he can go get him a better deal elsewhere, he can go. But if he for the lower he wants to stay, resign him. Stop. That's my man.
That's your man, bro.
That's my man. We already talked about C-Rod. Kaz Allen has already been brought back on a future contract, and I had to save the best for last. Playoff Diami.
Based off the playoffs, resign him. Playoff Diami, resign Diami. Resign Diami. I like Diami. I like what he's cooking. I feel like they got a good relationship going. Diami, don't make me say this and then you go be some ass again. Like continue the upward trajectory that you were on, Diami, and you all right with Reedie.
I say resign Diami as well. But I gotta.
You're mad, Judah. I say let everybody walk.
Let everybody walk. I just seen it. Hilarious. I got a feeling though that, and I said this to Reedie a couple weeks ago, actually right after the game when we left the link. Diami strike me as a guy that's going to garner interest elsewhere in the league, and he may get somebody to throw him the bag based off potential.
Well,
we saw Kristen Kirk get a humongous deal from the Jags a few years ago, based off of having a pretty good year or a solid finish with the Arizona Cardinals, and his stock just skyrocketed. I see a possibility, maybe not the same on the same value, but I see a team jumping out there and paying Diami some bag to come be their true number two or number one. And if that happens, I think Diami is going to take it just based off what he said. He would love to stay. He got a good rapport with the guys here, but at the end of the day, it's a business. And for Diami to kind of fight and it be year 4 before he really gets some buzz on his name, I think he's gonna chase the bag. So I got a gut feeling that Diami, we try to keep him, but I think he may end up walking because somebody else pays him more.
I can see that happening. Somebody jumping out there, throwing him, the quote unquote bag. But if it's like we're willing to give you, say hypothetically speaking, don't quote me, people. I'm just saying hypothetically, we're willing to give him $10 million. and the Chargers come and say, "Oh, we're going to give you 10.4, or we're going to give you 10.7, or something like that," and a little bit more of a signable. So I think I don't know. The Chargers, I mean, they got Justin Herbert, so I mean, I don't know. I may stay given, that continuity that I built with Jaden Daniels, and you got to know that this coaching staff is capable of getting you to the show. They've been there before, and they retained all of the coaches. So right now it's just bringing in better players to turn this roster even more. But you got your core nucleus of guys that's going to be here and that they're going to resign. So I don't know. I might be saying, let me just stick around here and maybe take a little bit less money. But money talk, bullshit walk.